Hey Danny, Cynthia Conte from Ring TV. I,
Hey.
I I just wanted to piggyback off of Jeremy's question because he basically had almost the same question I had. But going back to that incident, I did speak with him the other day, and he said that he just doesn't like you as a person. I, was that, I mean, was there any other incident before that you guys had any kind of bad blood or something happen, or was it just basically your guys' come up and he didn't come up the way he was expecting?
I really don't know why he has so much hate for me in his heart, but when you're a hater, you create any reasons to hate somebody. And when you see someone who you think you're supposed to be on that same level, having the success that you desire and you want, and you can't get it, whether it's because, you don't have the same skill set or you're not winning fights or you're just a whatever you are. I mean, I can't speak for it because I'm not a hater, I can't speak on how a hater mentality thinks. I'm one who congratulates. I'm one who supports anybody in the sport of boxing. And so if I have someone that I want to fight, it's not going to be because, they got the push that I didn't get. It's going to be mainly because I want to be in a position to be a champion. And if they're preventing me from being a champion, then I want to fight you in order to be a champ. But it is not simply because, you've gotten a push that I didn't get, and I'm fighting you because the system didn't, push me the same way. And I took my extensive, successful amateur background has allowed me from the very start to get the push from the Al Haymans of the world and the Golden Boys of the world and the Zones of the world and the Matchrooms of the world. So I purposely put in the work as an amateur to be able to obtain the success early on in my career. And people had high hopes for my career. And my career went exactly how people with minor setbacks, people predicted this for my career because of the hard work that I put in. So it's not non-deserving. And when you have a guy who says all of this, he's not getting the fair share, he's not getting that, maybe you didn't do what you needed to do. And I put in that work since I was 14 years old. I made all the necessary sacrifices. I didn't have a teenage life. I didn't go to parties. I didn't deal with girls. I knew that if I sacrificed all my life as a kid, that I would have a successful pro debut. My whole idea was to be like Andre Ward when he came out of the Olympics with a gold medal. That was always my dream. I always wanted to have that gold medal going into the pro ranks and being that superstar. So it was something that I worked hard for. And so his career didn't shape up to be that. And now he's jealous and saying that the system is against him and that, he isn't getting the same push. But you got to understand, you can't hate on somebody who's put in that work. You can't hate on somebody who is humble enough to say, hey, my brother, I have nothing against you, but at the same time, I'm just doing me. And what I'm doing is putting me in a position to be successful, to have the HBOs and to have the Showtimes and all these the zones and all these different networks be interested in me because, I put in that work. It's not non-deserving, So I can't speak for a hater. I can only speak for myself and, much success to anybody who is doing anything in this boxing world because it takes a hell of a man to put on 2 pair of gloves and go in there and risk your life for a paycheck.
Okay, and last question. If you could describe yourself in one word and also Gabe Rosado in one word, what would it be?
Well, if I could describe myself in one word, it'll be miracle. Obviously having a second chance at life and being able to strive, and I'd have gained all the success and lost it and had to gain it again. People really don't understand just the roller coaster in which my life it details. Like, I've been through a lot, and so for someone to say that it's non-deserving, it's like injustice, man. And that's why I really want him to eat his words, because he don't know in how depth his words strike when he say the things that he says, because I know exactly the hardship that I had to go through to get to the position that I'm at. He's talking like he's had a hard life. No, my brother, I had a hard life too. I come from the trenches. I come from the dirt. And I fought my way out, and I fought to be in this position. And so he's going to eat his words. So if I can explain him in one word, hater.
Best of luck to you, because thank you.
Thank you.
Matt, next, please.
Matt from Behind the Gloves. I just wanted to know, you've mentioned a few times you want to make him eat his words. Now, does that mean that you have to win this fight by knockout to be satisfied?
No, I mean, I just want to beat him up. You know, I just want to hear when I hit him with a body shot, him cringe, or, I mean, we know he's a bleeder, so I look forward to, you know, his trunks being stained, my trunks being stained full of his blood, and I'm going to hang it up in somewhere somewhere in my house with a plaque. You know, that's going to make me satisfied, because I know the pain that I'm going to put this man through because of some of the hateful things that he said for me throughout the years. And so this is the only way a fighter could get that revenge. This is the only way two men who are boxers get there and settle their debts.
Just one more from me. Providing you do get the win on Friday night, what's your ideal scenario? Is it the winner of, say, Canelo and Smith? Where do you want to go? If you could choose, what's the route?
Well, I mean, if I can choose, man, it's just anybody with the belt. I just want to be a two-time world champion. You know, I have the team. Keith Connolly's my manager. You know, he's the best manager in the game. I assure you that I'm going to set myself up in a position to get an opportunity to fight for a belt. And the landscape of the super middleweight division is amazing. I think that, you know, winner or loser of the Callum Smith fight is an opportunity. Billy Joe Saunders is an opportunity. I've been calling out, you know, Jamal Charlo for years now. So these are all fights that could be made. And I look forward for my team to make the right decisions for me. At the same time, we have options, and that's the beautiful thing about this situation.
Cheers, and good luck Friday, Danny.
Thank you.
YSM, please.
Hi, Danny. How's it going?
Good, thank you.
What skills or abilities does Gabriel Rosado possess that could possibly make this a difficult fight?
You're making me think on this one. I mean, boxing is a very unpredictable sport. And there's been times that I've actually went into a fight thinking that one fighter was going to offer something different, or, you know, something what I'm used to or what we've trained for from his past fights. And then he gave me a completely different fight. And so, you know, you always just have to be professional and you have to adjust. And so if there's a situation in this fight where I need to adjust, I think I'll do just that. But I don't know if I'll see a different Gabe Rosado. You know, I know he says he has Freddie Roach in his corner, and he vows that he's going to do things differently like he hasn't been doing before. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's that easy to change your whole style or to teach your old dog new tricks. I really don't know. And it's not like, you know, you cannot polish. You maybe be a little bit more polished, but I feel like we've seen the best Gabe Rosado. But as a professional, I think it's my job to train and be ready for anything. And that's where the respect lies. Me training 100% to be ready for whatever Gabe Rosado shows up.
Thanks, Danny. I appreciate it.
Thank you.